Over the past couple of years, Bob Geldof has been a self-styled awkward sod to world leaders and a hero to millions. To the people of East Africa, he's a saviour, whilst Fleet Street, more recently, has been obsessed with, well, his other East African discussions. Now he wants to drift back into his day job of a pop musician, and just before his first American tour since the Boomtown Rats days, we went to his band practice in a warehouse in North London.
Just play that for them so we can hear it. Right, just the keyboards. It's just before the middle eight, it stays in the same. Then after 4 rounds of that, you come in on for 2 of all this or spinning round you, wrapped in blue. I don't think we can pull up sharp, can we, and just let them sing?
The vocals are by themselves.
No,
it's before that.
Right, everybody knows where we are. Okay, let's do 4 rounds of the lead solo. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, and it goes on.
It's 4 or 5 years since you had any hits with the Boomtown Rats. Do you find that a lot of people now, especially younger people, don't recognise you as a singer?
Absolutely. I mean, it was bizarre when we were going out to do that rock around the rock thing, you know, Christmas Day. And I was at the airport, and there were these kids clutching smash hits, you know, and there was me and my guys as pop singer. And I looked at them and I realised that those people were 10 or something when the Rats lasted a hit. And that was the most difficult thing, I think, like that there was, what the hell is that guy doing now, you know? And the main reason is, of course, that I'm not an object of fantasy. I'm not Simon Le Bon or Gary Kemp or George Michael. I can't really project my sexuality, such as it is. Or I can't be David Bowie and create distance and mystery, particularly after the last 2 years when you've had to be ever present on the screen. I'm the guy who comes on, shouts at all and sundry and, you know, sods off.
I think there's a considerable market, those thinking woman's crumpets, isn't there?
Really? Well, that means, like, you know, girls about, like, I guess 30 on, isn't it? Like, that's what I imagine. I always still picture sort of Joanna Lumley at 30, and that's a thinking woman. I don't know, that's very nice. I'm glad you brought that up, Kershaw. I'll take that on board.
How could you come back to something as essentially frivolous as pop music after immersing yourself in a thing as fundamental as life and death as famine relief?
It's a good question. And it's a question that I see on people's faces and that they rarely ask. I went back to it for this, I mean, I'm late to this thing because I've just spent 3 hours down at Band-Aid doing something. So I can do the two, but the point, and I've explained it often in this terms, Band-Aid is something that I have to do. Music is something that I want to do, for the simple reason that I don't get a sense of achievement or satisfaction out of anything else except out of writing songs, good, bad or indifferent, whatever those other people might think.
What do you think of your book now being an A-level syllabus
Oh my God,
volume?
it's preposterous.
As
isn't
someone
it?
who failed his A-levels.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know what to think of it at all, you know. Like, for a start, I'm relief because it bailed me out of an untenable financial situation at the time. And I suppose flattery, you know. I mean, that I can't imagine them, you know, like, discuss, you know. Geldof says so in this passage, what is he? I mean, it's quite obvious what I'm saying. And I quite like Mary Whitehouse taking umbrage with it, you know. I mean, I think she's missed the point at which most people took on board, that no matter what I could have said or done, nothing was obscene as the things I saw and described. And I think most people took that on board. It's a bit of a pity that a woman of her intelligence, which she is, should miss that.
In Is That It, you repeatedly compare your life to a film unrolling before
it's
your
like
eyes.
that.
If you could freeze frame one moment out of this film, which one would it be?
Without doubt, standing on stage at Live Aid, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, I mean, it must be. I mean, it is the unique moment that anyone could ever experience, and I will be the only one who will experience that. And it's bizarre thinking that everyone who's ever met you in your life is watching.
Which frames from this unrolling film of the life of Bob Geldof would you edit if you had the chance to
Good
do
question. The bits that hurt me, but if you did that, the film wouldn't be the same, would it? You'd have the abridged version.